Ziz, a giant griffin-like bird in Jewish mythology, one of the four beasts mentioned by Behemoth, said to have a wingspan that could block out the sun. When hearing about her, I thought we'd be in for a third, strong, freak of nature given our fight with Behemoth in chapter 34, willing to stop at nothing to put us 6 feet under. Turns out, Shift Up has something far worse in mind. An enemy I didn't want to fight, but was given no choice. We meet Ziz in chapter 37 through 38, continuing one of the worst series of chapters Nikke has ever dropped in terms of writing so far. She's so kind and different from the rest of the four beasts, and most importantly, willing to engage in peaceful conversation with us. Something that we came into chapter 35 hoping to do. And then we decide to lie to her. I'm sorry, but why? Get this right. Let's lie to the heretic we're trying to befriend on our first interaction. That sounds like a baller ass idea. And almost on cue, that's where everything starts to fall apart. Moments after the worst member of the four beasts instantly dissolves our lies, Ziz looks to us not only as someone that hurt her friend, but betrayed her trust as well. You see, Ziz is a character no matter what the odds are, she will try to ensure her closest allies and friends are taken care of and what they want to achieve is met. She proves this again in chapter 40, where she's given the choice to join forces with us to beat Liberalio or fight. She knows talking is the right option, yet she still chooses to fight only for the simple reason of Leviathan telling her to. Her boss fight from a narrative standpoint is probably the best done out of any boss so far. With no option really given to her, she asks Leviathan not to abandon her and proceeds to utilize her trump card, Transformation, something that we originally thought the 4Bs wasn't really capable of without the blood of the commander. I don't know about you all, but at this point I really did not want to fight her. To me, it felt like a tired pup you like is bearing fangs at you specifically because her master told him to. Oh wait, it is. To make matters worse, she's already clearly at her limit, with the story pointing out how each transformation is getting noticeably shorter and smaller, along with the song periodically including what seems to be a warning sound throughout the battle. It gets more desperate and noticeable as the fight continues. I'm pretty sure we know where I'm going this by now, so let me stop bullshitting and get to the point. Believe it or not, Ziz genuinely might be one of, if not the most annoying boss I've fought before, because who the fuck would just give her several desperation moves in a fight? A lot of these moves we've already seen before, like elemental QTs, normal QTs, but like the twist of like chaining 3 to 4 DKs and what I like to call a QT screen. So instead of all that, let's just turn our attention from those 5 and focus on the 2 that will be the main highlight of the run and the deciding factor if you're worthy to even see the rest of the fight. Dazzling Beam. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, that move does not sound cool or intimidating at all. And looking at it right now, none of them do. Like, I know it's Ziz we're talking about, but like, come on. Awesome Shield? There's no way I was getting my ass beat by a person that unironically named her attack Sparkle Beam. Anyway, let's just explain why this is probably one of the worst mechanics that ever exist. Around like 30 seconds of the fight, Ziz will summon 4 parts called round eyes for you to break, which periodically shoot high damaging beams. If you fail to break all 4 of the eyes by the time she shoots 4 beams, she's gonna say, "I hate you, nigga, let's die." And hit you with an AoE that will one-shot you and your entire lineage if you do not prepare for it in advance. Well, just break the eyes, genius. It's probably what you guys are thinking right now. Y'all would be right. If the eyes took damage normally, even in normal runs at blue CP, the chances of you breaking them is almost as low as getting y'all to subscribe and turn on the bell. No, seriously. I'm like looking at my analytics right now and it says 72% of y'all still haven't. Can we change that? And also, same with my Twitter. Like, I can't be just sending these dumbass memes into the void. Anyway, so how do we make it past this attack? Well, there's like 2 methods one could take here. And the easier way is to just face tank it and move on with a power of full HP, Crown Shield, Anchor increasing your max HP, 3 prayers from VTC, and Helm Burst to top off your newly increased HP to... Wait, hold on. Never mind, it seems like you're gonna just tank everything with Moron now. But this comes at a slight cost. You lose a lot of potential damage you can do to the boss. Why? Because some dingus thought it was a good idea to give this boss more defense than fucking mirror container, right after throwing an attack that is the equivalent of a dying star at you. Thanks, Shift Up. The other way to deal with it is breaking the eyes with absolute. I know what I just said before, but true damage isn't the same as normal damage. It ignores defense, which is convenient for bosses like this in particular. I know, it's crazy. It's almost as if they tailor-made this boss for this team or something. But even with this fact, there's still one major issue with this team. The team fucking sucks. If you take in a quick look at any tier list, there is a pretty simple but big distinguishing factor on what makes a good burst one and a mid or otherwise terrible one. And that's cooldown reduction, or CDR for short. To make this simple, if you don't have CDR, you're waiting way longer to get your burst again. About like 10 seconds or so. Burst generation is another thing this team is lacking in too. Usually when you want to get burst as fast as possible, you utilize whatever you can, whether that be hitting multiple enemies or parts or utilizing the environment around you. For this boss, there's absolutely nothing to take advantage of. So we use Siren to fix both of these issues, even though she's kind of dead weight outside of that. Speaking of dead weight, did you know if you use the absolute team, one character is almost guaranteed to die on low CP? And by that I mean Rappy. She gets targeted by majority of the undodgeable attacks because her attack stat is so high. Or maybe Ziz knows about Rappy eternally being on the chair and getting no white Vapals from Commander for 3.5 years, despite him giving it to any blue-haired girl that she decided to slime her out to put her out of her mid. So how do we deal with this? Well, you don't. Instead, the solution is to delay the inevitable as long as possible through the elemental QTs like you do with most bosses.
But why is the HP so fucking high? Bro. Do you see that? Do you see that thing on the right there? You see that shit? Bro, I hate it here. I hate it here.
Even by getting all of the mechanics right and maximizing most things, I'm still behind on damage. I'm done with Siren not lining up her skill 1 properly and Rappy getting far hard focus and this team being so bad at...
You know what I do when I'm fucking upset that I can't clear something? I gamble. Cinderella. Cinderella. Was that 3 pilgrims in a row? Was that 3 pilgrims in a row?
Despite everything, Ziz is a pretty lovely character and probably my favorite out of the 4. She's been a great help in bringing us and the 4 beasts together and is likely going to be helpful in the future battles to come. Cause let's be real, Sparkle Beam against the Queen at like 50% deficit might be enough to put her down. Jokes aside, thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next. Peace.